Hi, this is King of Review. In this problem, we're asked to find the entry at position 1, 1 of a squared plus a squared inverse. And we're given matrix A here. So what we want to do is find the value of a squared and a squared inverse. So let's do that. Let's start with a squared. This is the same thing as matrix A times itself. So now let's find the product. For the first entry, we have 1 times 1 plus 2 times negative 2. That equals negative 3. For the next entry, we have negative 2 times 1 plus negative 3 times negative 2. That equals 4. And then for the second column, we have 1 times 2 plus 2 times negative 3, and that equals negative 4. And the last entry is negative 2 times 2 plus negative 3 times negative 3. And that gives us 5. So now we know what a squared is. Now let's find the inverse of a squared. So how do we do this? So we have the inverse of a squared. Well, let's say that matrix A is equal to A, B, C, D. So the inverse is going to be calculated by taking 1 over the determinant. The determinant is the product of the entries in the main diagonal, so AD, minus the product of the entries in the other diagonal, CB. So we have 1 over AD minus CB. And then we're multiplying this by the matrix. Now D and A will switch positions, so we have D up here and an A down here. And then we take the negative values of B and C. So this is how we find the inverse. Let's apply that here. We want to find 1 over the determinant, so we have negative 3 times 5 minus 4 times a negative 4. And this is times the matrix. Now, negative 3 and 5 are going to switch positions. So we have 5 and negative 3. And then we have 4 and negative 4 here. So let's work this out. When we multiply this portion out on the denominator, so we have 1 divided by, so we have negative 3 times 5 minus 4 times negative 4. This whole thing will equal 1. So we have 1 times this, and that gives us this matrix. So now we've figured out this portion, which is the inverse of a squared. So now we have a squared, which is negative 3, negative 4, 4, and 5, and we're adding this to the inverse of a squared, which is 5, 4, negative 4, and negative 3. Now both of these are 2 by 2 matrices, therefore we can add them together. And we're going to add corresponding entries, so the entries that are in the same position. So we have negative 3 plus a 5, that gives us 2. Negative 4 plus a 4, that's 0. 4 plus a negative 4, that's 0. And 5 plus a negative 3, that gives us 2. So we have this matrix here, and we want to find the entry that's in position 1, 1. That's row 1, column 1. So that would be the upper left-hand position here. So the final answer is 2. Thanks for watching.